Welcome to AeroDynamics walkthrough video. For our agenda today, firstly we'll be taking you through our prioritization of our backlog. Secondly, we'll take you through our technical setup. Thirdly, we'll be introducing you to our personas, and then end off with a walkthrough of our students features, student center features, and then finalizing it with an exchange officer walkthrough. As you can see here, we've prioritized our backlog into minimum viable product items and non-MVP items. We prioritize our student applications first because the major pain point of the exchange officer was that students were submitting incomplete course matches. Due to this, we figured we could electronically prioritize this and ensure that students complete applications with null validations. We then allowed them to upload PDFs. We then prioritize the exchange officer side, allowing them to view course matches and then approve and decline them, as well as download PDFs. From then on, our third prioritization was logins to allow a secure view of separate views. Lastly, we then started on our UI and doing data validations in parallel. On our non-MVP side, we prioritized PDF reporting and then a vetting process by the Student Center for more completeness checks, and then a search functionality both on the overall level and on the course match level, an innovative dashboard to show the status of the team, a history log so that various team members can work together in a faculty, and also automated notifications. In our technical setup, we have our cloud database in MySQL, our code storage in SourceTree, and also task documentation in Teamwork. Now next up, let's meet AeroDynamics personas. Meet Joey. He's a second year information systems student and his goal is to go to Japan next year for exchange. His pain points include usually forgetting to enter information, accidentally entering the wrong information, and wanting quicker replies from the exchange officer. Now secondly, meet Anna. Anna's at ASB Student Center. Her pain points include getting complaints from exchange officers about irrelevant applications. She wishes she could help by electronically vetting them and also personally assigning these matches. Thirdly, meet Lulu, our exchange officer. She's one of the 3 SISTM exchange officers with 3 years of experience. Her pain points include receiving incomplete applications, being the only one that can approve these applications, having poor search functionality, no reporting function, and each resulting in slow decision making. Now let's see how AeroDynamics' improved exchange program Aspire can help them improve their processes. We'll first walk you through Joey's experience of our student features. This includes logins, viewing the student profile, adding a course match, uploading file attachments, the user friendliness of our system, and completeness and null validation checks. As you can see here on our login screen, when a user enters the wrong password, a warning message will come up to say so. Alternatively, if the password and username is entered correctly, a loading screen will appear. This highlights our user friendliness as we provide a reaction to every action. Upon logging, Joey will land on a home page where there are shortcuts to various tabs within his account. In a profile page, this holds his personal details and study details. He can edit these and also upload a transcript for his application. Now let's view the courses. This is where all his courses that he submitted is. We've also added tooltips along the way for user friendliness to guide the user through the process. As you can see here, Joey can only submit an application if there are at least 4 complete course matches. This ensures that there are no null values and that there are an equivalent unit of credits. Now let's add a course match. In here, I'll be filling out certain fields but purposely leaving some blank to show you how our null validation works. Here in our course summary tab, we can also upload a PDF course outline. Later on, when the exchange officer reviews this, they can also download this course outline. For our workload tab, we have specific validation checks to ensure that the hours meet the minimum requirements of 150. This will prevent students from entering applications which do not have equivalent hours and be rejected later on by the exchange officer, wasting both the student and the exchange officer's time. Here in the UNSW course match, we also prevent entering inaccurate data by ensuring that the student must check that the course exists. We do this by running a search in our database which includes all UNSW courses and providing a status if it exists. If it does not, the student is not able to submit the course match. In our summary tab, students are able to see an overview of what they've entered. We can also download the PDF to view what the course outline that they uploaded was. This ensures that they check the information before submitting. Now upon submitting, you can see here that the workload does not meet the minimum requirement, and because of this, the student can go back to the workload to check their minimum requirements again and see if they meet the requirements of the total hours. Once they have, they can try submitting again. Joey has realised he's submitted incomplete fields and is very thankful for this warning. As you can see, going back, we've highlighted all the fields that have nulls in them. This relieves the pain points on the exchange officers receiving incomplete course matches by ensuring that on the data input side that no nulls are allowed. This will help the exchange officer make decisions faster as they don't have to return an application due to incomplete fields or insufficient information to make decisions. Now let's submit this. As you can see, feedback is being provided when a course is being submitted and also once it's successfully submitted. Now once Joey refreshes this table, he can see his course match added as complete. He can now also submit applications because he has at least 4 course matches complete and they are now pending the student officer. Now to provide context around a course match status flow, a student can enter a draft application. They can then turn this into complete or cancel it. Once it is completed, the Student Center can either accept or reject it. Rejecting will go back to the student and accepting will send it to the exchange officer. Now once an exchange officer has it, they can either accept this application as well or reject it and in the process send it back to the student to change. Now we'll show you the Student Center features through Anna's perspective, including view course matches, accepting and declining them, assigning to a faculty and email notifications. Now once Anna logs in, she lands on our homepage. Here we've also provided tooltips as a user friendliness to guide the user through the process. Let's open a course match to accept or reject it. Once a course match is opened, Anna is able to see 3 things: the foreign course, the UNSW course, and the ability to accept or decline it. Here she can click through the foreign course's main details, outlines and workloads. She can also view the UNSW course and then decide to accept or reject this. Accepting will allow her to assign it to a faculty, while rejecting will not let her assign it to anything. Now once we've saved, we can submit the course match decision. Feedback is provided as seen here. This should also send an email notification to the exchange officer within the faculty of that course. Now let's introduce our exchange officer. Now let's see the exchange officer features through Lulu's perspective. This includes receiving emails, viewing applications and course matches, accepting and rejecting them, search functionality, reporting functionality, history log, and our innovative dashboard. Upon logging into Gmail, Lulu notices that there's a notification from AeroDynamics. Clicking on this, it highlights that a course match has been accepted as awaiting her review, also indicating what the course match is, prompting her to log into Aspire. From there on, Lulu decides to log in. Once Lulu logs in, she enters the home page, where she can view applications, dashboards, search, reporting, and settings and help. Now let's view the applications which are in Lulu's queue. Here, Lulu can view all the applications that are in her queue. This includes anything that's pending exchange officer. She clicks on it and opens one. From here on, you can see the student profile of the application, the course matches, the notes, and the course match search, and also a history log. From here, Lulu can then look at the transcript and download this. Downloading the transcript will open the PDF that the student has uploaded for their application. Now let's take a view at the course match table. This is where all the course matches for the applications apply. Now let's open a specific course match. Opening one will show you the foreign course, the UNSW course, and an approve and decline tab. In the foreign course, you can click through the information that the student entered and also download the course outline. Here you'll be able to open it in PDF form and view it. You can also view the UNSW course that the student has tried to match it to, and then also approve or decline this. When approving or declining, we have different screens depending on the decision. Whilst in declining, you'll have to enter the reason for declining and also click if you want to allow the student to resubmit their application. Now let's attempt to decline one without adding in a comment and pressing submitting. Upon submitting, feedback should be provided telling you if the decision has been submitted. Now going back to the course match table, you can see that that course match has disappeared because we've made a decision and it's not in our queue anymore. Now let's move into the course match search. We put a search in both the course match level and also the application level because we didn't want to make the exchange officer exit the window to search for a course match. We put it in the context where they might use it the most, which in this case, they might look at their course match and see what they have to match, and because of that they'll go into here and search one. So for example, say we're searching for one of these UNSW course codes here. She'll type in 3611, search this, and then see what comes up. So here she can see that one of these were approved because of the foreign code SISM3511. So in the case she wants to reject this course code, she may recommend this as a comment in the decline. Now moving on to the final feature in our course match level, we've added a history log. This will allow multiple exchange officers to communicate to each other changes that have been made. This can include viewing the application or approving and declining the course. The name and the date and the time is automatically populated and non-editable. This is so exchange officers cannot enter a log for someone else. In the notes we can enter changes. Alternatively, if the user did not make any changes, they can click this checkbox. Now, as you can see, when we log a change, we can go down below and see that it's updated in the history log as the last field. Now that Lulu has entered a history log, let's exit. She might want to see how her team's doing, so because of this, she'll go into her dashboard. As we enter the innovative dashboard, 3 graphs appear. A graph for current course matches that are pending and reviewed, incoming versus action applications, and declined course match reasons and their frequency. The current course match pie graph will allow the team to view the performance in terms of how many course matches have been actioned and how many there are still left to do. This will prompt Lulu to attend to these course matches if there's an overflow of pending matches. Similarly, in the incoming versus action applications, this shows how many student applications have been assigned to a faculty and how many were able to be cleared. The last line graph is extremely important as it allows Lulu to monitor the frequency of previous pain points such as insufficient information being submitted or academic hours being insufficient. Here she can view the reasons for course matches to be declined over time in months and take action to prevent them when the frequency rises and is too high. As seen here, once the students have used our application with our null validation checks and also workload hours, applications declined due to insufficient information or insufficient academic hours has dropped to 0 in October, proving that our application reduces these decline reasons. Next, Lulu may want to generate a PDF report with the previous course matches. Here she can produce a report with all course matches for a specific course. We've designed this friendly user interface to automatically allow the user to type once the specified radio button is clicked, and to clear the course code when the OR button is clicked. Once a PDF is generated, we can see the results here. This report shows the title, the input that Lulu typed before, being UNSW course, being INFS3605, and also how many results were found. These results are then sorted by the specifications as previously mentioned, being sorted by course code, and then university, and then status, and then date. Now let's generate another report with all the results. As you can see here, when the results are loading, feedback is given to the user. Here we've generated a report with all the results in the database that have been accepted or rejected, identifying the exchange officer and the status. Now let's try to produce something that doesn't have a result. From here, feedback is given that no matches has been found. Now Lulu may want to search the whole database. To do this, she'll go into our overall search tab. This relieves the previous pain points of exchange officers not being able to have a search functionality. Here she can search the whole database based on a combination of filters, such as the foreign university name, the UNSW course code name, the foreign course code, any student's first name or last name, or any of the combination of the statuses as seen below. Now Lulu may want to search for a specific UNSW course. Let's try this out searching INFS3605 and seeing what results come out. As you can see here, we've also got tooltips to aid the users into what input. Here we can see the results of our tables, highlighting the conditions of why they were accepted if they were previously accepted. Now Lulu may want to search certain students if she knows a previous student has been on the same exchange course as one she's reviewing. Here she can suggest course matches from the previous student to the new student. We've also input exception handling to show that if data could not be found. This enhances our user friendliness of our system. Now just to recap, for the student we've been able to implement logins, add course matches, view course matches, edit student profile, and also completeness and validation checks for user friendliness. For the Student Center side, we've been able to do logins, vetting by viewing course matches, approving and declining course matches, and assigning these to a certain faculty. Now moving on to our Exchange Officer side, we've been able to implement logins, email notifications, viewing applications and course matches, downloading PDFs, approving and rejecting course matches, as well as PDF reporting, search functionality, history logs, an innovative dashboard, and functionality for more than one Exchange Officer to approve and decline. Thank you for watching our walkthrough video.